How's it going, bro? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Fritz, and in this video you're gonna learn exactly how to produce house music in FL Studio. So this is gonna be a very easy and basic tutorial on how to produce house music. If you want to go more into detail, I have heaps of other tutorials where I'm explaining how to mix your tech house tracks, how to make the bass line sound fat. So definitely make sure you stick until the end of this video, because in this video you're gonna learn a lot of production techniques where you can use all in your future production. It's gonna make it really easy for you to produce house music. By saying that, let's get started in FL Studio. So I found this little vocal loop here, and I think I want to definitely work with this one.
Over and over, I'm falling apart. Over and over, it breaks my heart.
A great way to get samples is Splice. I'm using Splice myself since pretty much when I started producing music, and there's heaps of great quality samples. You don't have to create hi-hat sounds yourself. There's great presets on there. You can get Splice with a monthly subscription of I think $9. It's really cheap. You have basically the library of millions of sounds ready for you to just download them and drag them straight into your DAW, which is really easy. Let's now work straight away with a piano loop, because I think a piano loop would perfectly fit into this. So everything we've got to do to get a good piano sound is to go on the channel rack, press the plus here, and then we're gonna find FL keys. And then I came up with this piano idea. So together with the vocals, it sounds like this.
Over and over, I'm falling apart. Over and over, it breaks my heart.
Cool, now let's add a kick. You can find kicks on the left hand side on the browser channel, for example in the pack section of FL Studio. I believe they're here, but I personally downloaded a lot of kicks from external websites like Splice, or I bought a sample pack. So I created my own little favorites folder where I have, for example, the kick patterns here. Those are my favorite kicks, what I'm using in all my productions basically. So this is the kick I'm gonna use. And now let's write a great bass line. If you've gotten any value from this video so far, please make sure you like this video right now and subscribe to my channel to not miss out any tech house production or house music production tutorials in the future, because you're basically helping to grow this little community. I'm really happy about this. I'm happy about every like, every comment. Make sure you do this right now to support this channel. So I found this preset on Splice and I put it into Serum. Serum is basically a synthesizer where you can emulate specific sounds, but working with presets is probably way easier because you don't have to create the sounds from scratch. I've been also making a lot of other tutorials where I'm explaining how to actually create those sounds from scratch, but I'm working with presets, makes it really easy and makes it faster as well. So I came up with this bassline idea. This is gonna be good. I think that now we need another hi-hat sample or a hi-hat loop. That's perfect. Sounds really clean. I got this one as well from Splice. A lot of times those samples will come in a different speed, and to actually match those ones to the project speed, everything you've got to do is to go on the sample on the left top corner here, press fit to tempo, and then you're gonna probably choose the 70 to 150 range or 100 to 200 section. It's gonna basically just adjust the sample speed to your project. In this case I already did this, so it's gonna perfectly match into the project. Now it's time to add a very simple clap pattern. So everything we've got to do is literally just go on the browser channel again, find a good clap, then double click, or if you're a Windows user, left click, open a new channel. And if you've enabled this little button here, you're gonna basically be able to play the notes of any instrument or drums with your keyboard. And if you want to actually record your drums or your claps, everything you've got to do is basically just create a new pattern, press this button here, and actually just play it. Then press Command A to select everything, Command Q to quantize everything, which means it's going to be snapped to the grid, which means it's going to be perfectly in timing in case you played the note at the right time. So as you can already hear, the clap is playing every second kick, every second time the kick is playing. So the first kick, no clap, second kick, one clap. Great. And to make it now a little bit more interesting, let's add another drum or percussion loop on top of that. This is going to be a perfect sound because it's going to fill out those spaces. There's a few snares in there, there's a few percussions as well. So together they're going to sound actually really amazing. Great, I love this. By the way, if you want to get this specific house music production template, where you can basically see there's already vocal 1, 2, 3, everything is already named, or everything has already colors. There's also installed clap patterns ready for you to go. Everything is colored, automations are there, and even here on the mixer channel you have 50 ready to go mixing and mastering chains. They're gonna make your productions really easy to just mix them straight away without having to assign all the samples, upload all the plugins, order everything, color everything, write everything down. If you want to get this specific template, go on the link under the description and buy this template for just under $10. It's going to speed up your house music production, really easy for you to use. Really cheap as well. This is probably the template what most people actually bought of me already, because they just realize how fast you can produce and how easy it is to actually go into house music production. So make sure to go on link in the description and buy this template right now. So because I think that this kind of loop is now very repetitive, let's add a second part of the loop, which is the second part of the drop basically. If you're wondering, by the way, how I'm copying and adding those things, everything I do is command and select everything, Command B, and it's going to basically multiply and duplicate the same pattern on the right hand side of what I was doing here. Okay, from bar 9 I want to add another strange synth loop, so let's go with Serum and find a good preset. That's a good one. So I came up with this specific loop. Cool, let's just add this here. If you, by the way, wondering how I'm actually coming up with those melodies, those chord progressions, and also how to actually tweak on sounds, I'm offering an online coaching where I'm basically explaining house music production in FL Studio more in detail. We're going to go through mixing, through everything what you want to do. It's going to make it really easy for you to understand house music production, and you're going to have basically a mentor who's going to guide you through everything. To sign up for this online coaching, make sure you go on the link under this video and just message me privately over Instagram. Message me your goals, why you think that this coaching is going to help you. I'm looking forward to this. I have a few clients already and they all say a lot of positive things about this coaching. Now I want to add some sort of second vocal to it. I think that would make a lot of sense. Some really strange vocal, because we kind of basically introduced a new element into the second part of the drop, and the goal now is to actually add another element like a vocal which matches to the strange vibe of the second part of the drop.
And if there is no tomorrow, there is no tomorrow, then there never was a today.
Great, again, great thing. Let's assign this one to channel 43, so let's say 43, and let's add a lot of delay to this channel. So everything we're going to do in our template is go on channel 43 and just do this.
If there is no tomorrow, then there never was a today.
There is the delay, but what we want to do as well, because in my template I have a fruity limiter just straight under the delay, so what we're going to do is basically enable the sidechain section, which means that the delay, which is kind of an echo, is going to duck down every single time the vocals are put into this channel, which means that you're going to hear the echo every single time the vocals are not audible. So
If there is no tomorrow,
so what you can see here basically is the compression, the sidechain compression of this fruity limiter. So every time, this is basically the vocal coming in, and on this channel we have just delay. So it's going to duck down the delay, and every time the vocal stops actually saying something, the delay is going to come out more, you're going to hear it better again.
if there is no tomorrow, then there never was a today.
How about we add a bit of panning here to the delay, because I think that makes a lot of sense.
If there is no tomorrow, then there never was a today.
So I finished this project now, and let's listen to the end product, and after that I'm going to give you some recommendations. Comment below this video right now if you think if I should release this track. I think that sounds quite interesting, but we'll see what I'm going to do with this project. Before continue scrolling mindlessly through YouTube, please make sure you check out this video as well, which explains exactly what makes a bassline danceable and bouncy. Really easy tutorial. It's going to basically go into depth how to write a great bassline, how to use basically different techniques, like for example the 1/16 before the kick, or like the offbeat bassline, other ways of doing it. Make sure you do this right now, and I'll see you bro in the next tutorial.